Hi there, just getting my colors set up today. These are the colors I'll be using. Hard to see this one, it's my Payne's Gray. And Titan Green Pale. I'm going to be experimenting with a very different color palette. One more minute to get my audio set up. Hopefully I'll sound a little better. All right, how's that? Can everyone hear me? Sorry about the wiggling. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me, so I know that everything's working. Hi, Lindy. You know what? This is actually a pretty new sketchbook. I'm not sure what this one is. Oh, this is a handbook brand. So HANDBOOK. You can see this handbook journal. They're great. I'm sure I got it on Amazon. And this one is about, gosh, let's see, 8x8. So it kind of has a cloth or a canvas cover and really nice paper. Can you hear me okay, Lindy? Is my microphone working? Just want to hear from someone that you guys can hear me before I start. Ah, thank you. Okay, guys, I thought I would try a very, very different color palette today. So I'm doing some crazy stuff. So I'm using Payne's Gray, which is more of a navy blue, green gold, which is a very yellowy gold, a yellowy green, yellow ochre, and then Titan Green Pale, which is what I use for a Celadon, super desaturated green color. So I'm going to see what happens. I also have some collage papers to use. This darker blue is what the Payne's Gray looks like. This is some Celadon stuff, and then just some catalog pages. I needed some black and white. So I will use black and white too with my paints, but I thought I would just play around because I've not used these colors together exclusively, but I did see somebody recently that used them, and they ended up making really beautiful, just a really beautiful color palette. So I'm going to try it. What colors do you guys, what are your go-to color palette colors? Mine is typically red. So this is very different from me because there's no red here whatsoever. But that's okay. All right, I'm going to start with just some black colored pencil. And I'm actually closing my eyes for this. You'll have to just trust me because there's no camera on me. But I find that if I don't close my eyes, I start making predictable marks. And that's the last thing I want. Okay, eyes are open now. What color to start with? I think I'm going to, where's my palette knife? Let's see. I don't know if you guys, can you guys see my palette? I guess you can see a little bit of it. I do need some white here. I don't know where you guys are, but right now out my window, it is a dark, dreary day. And I was a little nervous about doing this live because I have one of my kids is home sick today. Unfortunately, he has an ear infection. So we took a last minute trip to the doctor and we're back home in time. Yay! It's a win for mom. All right, love yellow, green, muted teal, and taupe. Awesome. Well, we might get some of those, for sure, muted green. Or muted teal. Maybe not some muted teal, but definitely some yellow, green, and probably some taupe in here as well. Just mixing up a few values of these paints. So the Payne's gray, I don't know why it's called gray. I know there's a story behind it. It's a very blue gray. And I would just argue that it's very much a blue. It's very navy. But I guess navy is blue plus black, so. And that way I guess you're adding black to it, so maybe that's why they consider it a gray. I don't know, I think it's just a strange name for it, but that's fine. Add a little bit of the Payne's gray to this yellow ochre and see what happens. That looks like pea soup. Not crazy about that color, but if I add some more. I am so far out of my depth with some of these colors, which kind of makes it exciting because I really have no idea what any of this is going to turn out like. And one thing I've learned is if I don't like a color, if I add white, sometimes that helps. So now it's kind of like a 70s avocado green. Well, let's see how it goes. All right, so let's add some color. I'm going to start with just some pure yellow ochre. This is a very new color to my color palette. Never was big into mustardy colors, but for whatever reason it won me over in the last 12 to 18 months, and now it's showing up much more regularly. All right, I like to have the pages look like they're one big painting across my sketchbook instead of two independent ones, so I like to connect them a little bit. Totally optional and very much unnecessary, but fun nonetheless. All right, so I think I got a little bit of the Payne's gray on my color shaper somehow. Oh, hi, Christina. All right, let's see here. Do a little bit of a lighter shade. This is just yellow ochre and white. It's a really nice cream. And let's do some blue. I'm using my color shaper mainly because it helps me cover a lot of space in a very short amount of time. Plus, then I can also do things like this, where that wasn't very dramatic for what I was talking about. Let me see. Is it drawing that fast? I guess it's drawing that fast. Then I will show you with this instead. Just kind of scrape some of it away. Nope, only the colored pencil is scraping away. Well, never mind. I'll show you on the other side because I will do it much faster this time. Okay, so now I wonder if it's just the paper I'm using. The paper I'm using is a nice big watercolor painting, so I think it just absorbs, or paper, excuse me, it just absorbs so much of the wetness right away. All right, well, had this been regular paper, and had this been a couple more layers in, so I get some acrylics on top of acrylics, then you'd be able to see me carve right through that. So let's get some more paint down. I don't know why I'm saying let's, since I'm technically the only one painting. Although you guys might be painting, but probably not doing this because I don't even know what I'm doing. Are there any fall weather fanatics here? Oh yeah, I know, Lindy. I'm terrible about gesso. I don't know why. It shouldn't be that hard for me to do, but it just feels like an extra step that I apparently can't bear to to deal with, which makes no sense because I know it would be dry very quickly. But you are very right. This is looking a little pastel-y to me. It's a little bit like Easter. But don't worry. Always got black and white handy. All right, I'm not a huge fan of fall. Just in general, I don't like all the things dying. I prefer spring when everything comes back to life. But I don't love super, super hot weather, and in Chicago, it's always sticky in the summer and very humid, so the change of weather. All right, I'm going to try one more time to scratch in here and see if some of this will work. There we go. All right, do some paints gray. See, that instantly adds a lot. That just that one line of value change really changes everything. Well, let's see what our avocado green does. Not loving that, but it is different. And it is time to experiment, so why not? Okay, I'm going to hit this with the hairdryer, so brace your ears. Okay, sorry about that. I'm dying inside a little bit because there's no big pop of orange or red, but I'm fighting that right now. I'm going to add some of the green gold. This will brighten things up in a hurry. All of a sudden it starts to look like a landscape, doesn't it? At least I think so. Kind of some hills, maybe a little clearing in here, like a meadow or a lake. What projects are you guys working on this week? Lindy, are you in the middle of anything? Or about to start anything? And I want to use it to do some highlighting. So that would be a bold move. That would be a bold move. What if I do both? I like that. Would it work over here? Make this side more interesting. Ooh, I like that too. Oh, the choices. All right, I think I like this best. So I'm going to stick with this. Sorry about the technical difficulties, everybody. I do not understand what's going on. But I appreciate you guys sticking around and or new people coming back or starting up. If you are just joining me, I went way out there from my comfort zone on my color palette today. And I'm using green gold, yellow ochre, Payne's gray, and Titan green pale, plus collage paper. And because I'm feeling the loss of my precious red that I love and probably overuse, but can you really overuse your favorite color? So I'm adding some of these warmer colors via collage. If you guys are having trouble viewing the video, it is, since it's recording on my phone, the replay will be fine visually. So I totally understand if you'd rather drop off and watch the recording, but I'm happy to have you here if you'd like to stay. So I don't want to do the exact same thing, but I want to do something like it. Just do smaller so that it's related and connected, but not just duplicated. Could do this across. Maybe I'll do this here. Kind of like that. I like this too. I like this shape that this is making. All right, that's good. Don't know how thick I want this, so let's try it like this. Is that too matchy-matchy? I don't know, but I'm going to try it. All right, come on, collage. Hopefully that's enough. Well, if I ever want to make a career with magazine collage pieces, I clearly need to get a better system than the one I'm using because these are all wrinkly. But this is my sketchbook, so is not going anywhere. And I'm certainly not trying to sell it to galleries, so no biggie. I think it's really important to have art that's just for you and that you're not trying to make to sell. Because I don't know how you guys are, but for me, if I'm trying to do something to sell it, instantly I feel pressure. Right? Did I pick the right colors? Are people going to like it? Versus my sketchbook, I do what I like, and I just try new crazy things like I'm doing today. I feel like it's like the 60s or 70s or 80s, and I'm just wood paneling my sketchbook right now with this giant wood piece. It's kind of funny. Not sure if that was the trend anywhere else in the world, but in the US, big time wall paneling in the US in those years. When I was in grad school, no, when I was in college, my last year of college, I lived in a house with some of my other friends, and my bedroom was 100% wood paneled. So all the walls had this, inexpensive fake, well, it was probably real wood on part of it, but this wood facade. And at first I hated it, but after that I strung up some party lights, just some white, Christmas lights. And it was so warm and cozy, I felt like I had a little cabin. So I actually didn't mind it. That said, I don't want it for my house, but when I was in college, I was like, I get it. I get why people did this long ago. But the house that I live in now with my husband and my kids, the room I'm actually in, my little studio room, it was kind of a little den or a little library. No, it was more of a den. And it used to be all wood paneling. Scratch that. It's still wood paneling, but no, we painted it all white because I did not want it to be dark for my art making. Hi, Big Bear. Thanks for joining. Sounds like I have a nickname for you. All right, let's see here. Cut that off. All right, well, it's definitely looking interesting. I love that it looks so different from all the other things that I've made. This shape is very interesting for me. And I kind of like this one too. I'm wondering if I should put this here. No. I'll just leave that space. Okay, so now, do I want more paint? I think the answer is yes. So I think I want to do some white. Whoops. Just got some blue in there too. Not sure I wanted that, but whatever. All right, I'm going to do a little bit up here. Do some down here. It's a little too heavy. Didn't even mean to do that, but I kind of like those splatters. Trying to soften up the edges a bit. Oh, I totally agree. When you make things to sell, it's just different. It's just really different. I mean, sure, I would love to sell all of my art. That's not a problem. I fully am on board with that. But when I'm making it, I don't want to be thinking about, oh, do people like lime green? Do people like this? I want to make what I want to make. And then hopefully, further down the line, someone sees it, sees whatever I see in it, and connects with it. Turn it 90 degrees. This way. Oh, you said counterclockwise. Yes, I do. It looks like a little hippo grazing or something. Or maybe these are like, this is a polar bear. These are his big back legs. He's got a cool tattoo. I like it. Yeah, Lucy, I was actually just saying that. Yes, I feel like had I listened to people who suggest dampening paper, I wouldn't be in this position. However, I'm not a great listener when it comes to art. I tend to hear everything and say, uh-huh, that's what I should do, and then I don't do it. I don't even mean to be a rebel, but sometimes I am. All right, I think I'm done with the brown. I have a couple other, do I need more of this overlapping here? I'm trying to think of some way to kind of, I like this crisp edge. I'm trying to soften this, but I don't love what I've done. Maybe I need some black. My answer to everything sometimes. But that's only because it works so often. Okay, so I've got this giant piece. And then I've got this, which has some more delicate leaf designs from hydrangea from my gel plate. Since we're going with wood, I'm going to try this hydrangea print. Let's see what happens. Put those on the floor for now. Now this is huge. So I don't know that I'll actually use the whole thing, but let's see what it looks like. Might look great, might look terrible. Might be something in between. Well, I think it's definitely something in between. Don't know that I love it, don't know that I don't. Yes, exactly. Yes, these are my extremely intentional wrinkles. All the cool kids are doing it. All right, I think that the whole piece is too much hydrangea. So what about this? See, if I hadn't softened this would probably work better. I don't mind this because I feel like it kind of connects the wood with the blue. So let's try it. Whoops, this piece desperately wants to go in. Don't remember where I was going to put this. Oh, right here. Not sure how I feel about that. But now that this piece wants to go in, maybe this piece wants to go here somewhere. I don't know. I know that I'm thinking too much now. I'll put it here. I like that there's blue showing through the black lines on that piece. So that was a nice surprise. My kids read the book Beautiful Oops. So I've got them calling their mistakes in art beautiful oopses, which I consider a big parenting win. All right, I want some of this on this side. I don't want it on the brown. I don't really think I need it, although it might be interesting. So this is where I get stuck because I really like this green circle. And I shouldn't get so attached to things because I think that would also look really cool. And I think if I totally go around it just to keep my green circle, that would be obvious too. In the name of Cohea, see, I'm just overthinking now. Let's see. I'm going to leave it off. Maybe I'll put a little strip at the bottom. I'm going to leave it off. I've been trying to say yes to things when I'm not sure which way to go, but that one felt more no than yes. You might be noticing I feel more free on this side because I like this side less, which is not the best thing for me to be doing because I'm going to miss out on something that I could do over here because I'm feeling like it's too precious. But even when I know this, and even when I can verbalize it, doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to change it. But as they say, admitting you have a problem is the first step, right? I have a problem covering things that I like. Well, this is something that started very different. Ooh, I like that. Because I intentionally wanted to start with very different colors than I normally use. And because I started that way, I think I opened myself up to try a lot of other different things. If you've been following me for any amount of time, you can probably count the number of times I've used brown on one hand, let alone brown that's taking over half of the picture. So I went full wood tone on this. It is a very cozy, are you guys familiar with the Danish term hygge, which is like this cozy, warm, comfortable environment. You don't have to put on airs, you just sit with your friends, hang out, sit by the fire. That is my love language. So this, I think, is channeling my hygge winter as we get ready to fire up the fireplace. So the real question now is, do I want to add any red? You know what I'm going to do? Instead of red, I'm going to add some quinacridone gold because that'll warm it up, but it won't be so kind of in-your-face obnoxious as I think adding red would be right now. But where to put it? I'll put some down here. This is still very wet, so it's not glazing very well. Hold on one second. Hair dryer. that should allow me to do a better glaze. All right, not gonna lie, that's not at all as punchy as I was hoping it would be. So let me look at my other crayons. I think I just need some orange. All right, getting some of this by the blue, sets off the blue a bit more. Kind of warms things up. And because this is the water-soluble Neocolor 2s, I can actually take some of my gloss medium and do this just to set so I can play with it a bit and spread it out a bit more. Can you see how some of it's lifting? So I've got a bunch on my brush now. And I can put some over here. Put some down here. And again, it'll also set what's already here. So let's just do this. All right, well, I think this is as good as it's going to get for right now. Thanks for watching. Hey, Chris, how are you? Thank you. I was just telling everyone that these are the least Jackie colors that I've been using ever. Intentionally, I wanted to go totally different, and these actually would look lovely. Chris Acton is an amazing fiber artist, and she weaves this gorgeous fabric. So if you're looking for some colors, highly recommend some yellow ochre, some brown, some navy, and some green. Yeah, this is definitely, I feel like, I think this, I can totally see this as a handbag for you, these combinations. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. So sorry about the technical difficulties. I need to look into that and figure out what's going on. But the replay shouldn't have any buffering issues, so stay tuned for that. It takes me a couple hours to upload everything, but it will be out there. Thanks for saying hi, Chris. Thank you, everybody. I will talk to you next time.